Well, welcome. Welcome to my world, Rencos. Hi, I'm Renco, and this channel is for people who like mysteries. To give you a lifting piece of info regarding this endeavor I'm about to commit to, I'll try to summarize the idea I have for this medium, which in the long run will be connected to multiple other medias, Facebook and the likes. But for now, let me just try this. There are going to be playlists which can be seen as chapters that are not really connected, but they have a thing in common, and that thing is my interest in them. And hopefully if we're in the same kind of wavelength, we share the same interests. And if not, then please, leave a comment and tell me where I'm wrong. However, eventually there will be playlists in which I will prove without a shadow of doubt, for one, that our governments don't care about a lot of things they pretend to be in. Just to get the sheeple behind them. An example is drumroll and an open mind. Hold on. If we have satellites in orbit that are outfitted with something called spectrometers, and they can detect what kind of flora or plants are growing where. And detect what it is. If we have those satellites, and yes we do, why not let them map out the poppy fields in Afghanistan, since 95% of the heroin, which by the way is a 500 billion a year industry, and also make a flyby in South America like Colombia or Peru, and some other known coca plant harvesting plantations, which after some chemistry get you cocaine. Quick side note, the whole drug trade on this pale blue dot is good for almost 2% of the global or of the GDP, the global domestic product. 2% almost, just by drugs. Yeah, but I'm fearing, of course. Yeah, if those sets with spectrometers can tell the military on which coordinates to send some, drones filled with napalm, the so-called war on drugs, which we've been fighting since Nancy Reagan had that whole just say no to drugs, or this is an egg, and this is your brain, and this is your brain on drugs. But we've been fighting since the 80s with those two combinations, those satellites up there with the spectrometers saying, hey, they're growing tulips here in Holland, and there's barley over there, hey, and there's papa fields over there, and coca plants over there. Well, why don't we bomb the shit out of the poppy and coca fields and whatever else kind of illicit drug flora they can find, cut or in Somalia. This whole thing they've been fighting since the 80s, 40 plus years, can be over in a week. Well, why not is this happening? Yeah. However, for some sinister and very, very dark reason, this is not something our governments undertake. It is almost like they do not want to take out that almost 2% of the GDP. Well, I'll make a video in the future explaining why the governments aren't slaughtering a 500 billion cash cow income for the criminals. That the DEA and the rest of those initials, federal protectors of the evil, of the evil that's out to get us. But thank God they are fighting them so diligently. Wink, wink. And oh yes, God for me in this channel means gold, oil, war, and drugs. And all our governments are getting a very nice piece of that 3.141 something piece of pie. So yeah, that's my intro. That's my first intro. I'm not gonna change it. I'm gonna put it on there like this. But yeah, I'm gonna have different playlists, and they're gonna have to do with mysteries, from the mathematic craziness of the pyramids, into stuff that people like Randall Carlson, if you know him, or Graham Hancock, or a bunch of the other people talk about. Not the David Wilcock or David Icke of this world. It's just a little bit too far-fetched. But yeah, this is if that's an interest of you. I'm just gonna put content on there, and I'm just gonna see what happens, and well, hopefully I'll get some viewers, and more hopefully I'll get some feedback. So if you are watching this, I don't know, you don't have to give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, to subscribe or whatever, but please leave a comment, because this is a learning thingy for me as well, and I want to make it interesting for everybody. You know, I want to provide people with certain maybe answers, or give them certain ideas, or you know, not just for our own gain, but for the whole community who have these, you know, gut feelings from the inside that something is very, very rotten in the state of Denmark. That we can come together and, well, I wish start a revolution, but let's just start here. So, peace out, and just, you know, decide which pill you're gonna take, the red one or, you know, the other one, the blue one. But right now I'm taking my pill.